In the heart of a remote Ethiopian village nestled between towering mountains and dense forests, there stood a statue that had become the stuff of legend. The villagers called it Ubekel, the cursed one. The statue, carved from dark stone, depicted a man frozen in a moment of fear, his eyes wide and mouth agape as though he had been caught in the grip of an unimaginable terror. The elders spoke in hushed tones of a time long ago when Ubekel had been a living man, a respected warrior named Kabeda. Kabeda was known throughout the land for his bravery and strength, but he was also known for his pride. One day, a mysterious woman arrived in the village, cloaked in red and adorned with jewelry that shimmered like the stars. She was a Ethiopian, a sorceress, who had come to seek refuge from the dangers of the wild. The villagers, fearful of her power, offered her shelter. But Kabeda, blinded by his arrogance, mocked her and questioned her abilities. In her fury, the sorceress cursed him, declaring that he would turn to stone and stand as a warning to all who dared defy the spirits. The villagers watched in horror as Kabeda's skin hardened, his muscles stiffened, and his body became cold as stone. From that day on, the statue stood in the center of the village, a permanent reminder of the sorceress's wrath. Generations passed, and the story of Ubekel became part of the village's folklore. The villagers avoided the statue, fearing the curse that lingered around it. The statue's stone eyes seemed to follow anyone who dared come too close, and at night, some claimed to hear faint whispers carried on the wind. One day, a traveler named Fikru arrived in the village. He was a wanderer, dressed in tattered clothes and carrying only a small bag. Fikru spoke of distant lands and strange encounters, but what truly captivated the villagers was his claim that he knew how to break the curse of Ubekel. "I have traveled far and wide," Fikru said, his voice smooth and confident. "I have seen many wonders, and I have learned many secrets. I can free Ubekel and return him to life, but I will need your help." The villagers, desperate to rid themselves of the cursed statue, agreed to follow Fikru's instructions. He gathered them around the statue and instructed them to bring the rarest herbs from the forest, the purest water from the mountain spring, and the hottest embers from the village fire. They obeyed, and under Fikru's guidance, they prepared a ritual to break the curse. As night fell, the villagers watched in anticipation as Fikru chanted in a language none of them recognized. The air grew thick with tension, and the flames of the fire flickered unnaturally. Fikru's voice rose, and the statue began to tremble. Cracks appeared in the stone, and the villagers gasped as the figure of Kabeda slowly emerged from the shell of rock. But as Kabeda's stone prison crumbled, the villagers noticed something terrifying: their own skin began to harden. Panic spread as one by one, they felt their bodies turning cold and stiff. Fikru's chant turned into laughter, a sound that echoed through the night like a sinister wind. In a cruel twist of fate, the villagers realized the truth too late. Fikru was not a mere traveler but the Ethiopian herself, disguised and seeking vengeance. As the villagers turned to stone, their frozen expressions mirrored the terror that had once been Kabeda's. And in the center of the village, Fikru stood triumphant, surrounded by her new statues, a village of stone, cursed for all eternity.